We had a couple complications during this job. The tree looks skinny, but it does have some height, and we started with some trouble right away. As you can see right here, as I zoom in, Gilberto's chainsaw got stuck. This cut was not a cut that was gonna go straight. It's an almost like an angle cut because we need for that tree to slide towards the left of your screen, the left. So it gets off because it's right next to the vegetable garden. We don't want to touch the vegetable garden, so we want to get it off the vegetable garden. At the same time, we do not want to touch the neighbor's fence. The tree is skinny, but it's in a tight space. We are trying not to touch the vegetable garden, and at the same time, we do not want to touch the neighbor's fence. We want to do a really, really good job. You know, we're getting paid for this, so we got to make sure we do it right and make sure that we don't damage anything around it. As hard as it might be, we need to get it done. So what we got going on, we roped the top of the tree to one of those big pine trees. So when Gilberto cuts it or makes that angle cut for it to slide in between those two fences, we want the tree to not fall down, because if it falls to the right or it falls to the left, it's going to damage something. So we don't want it to fall to the ground. We're not falling this tree to the ground. We need it for it to be still standing for us to be able to manage what we're gonna do next. I have heard a couple tree people call this type of cut differently, or call this a strategy transplanting. We're transplanting the tree, not actually, from the roots, but we really want that tree to not be in that place because it's so spot, and for us to be able to move it to another spot without it falling on the floor. We tie up the crown to a big pine tree, so when it gets cut, it doesn't fall. And let's just keep watching the video so you guys can honestly see what happens next, because it's a tight job, to be honest, but I'm really curious how everything turned out. I'm going to give you guys the next part of the video in a part 2, to be honest, because this took a little bit longer, because it was just a little bit more difficult to get down. So I'm gonna honestly do a part 2 so you guys can see what we did next to do this tree that it was really, we were struggling a little bit.